around when they
Say what?
You're now tuned into the Next to Flex podcast. Streets talking about. You're now tuned into the Next to Flex podcast. Streets talking about. You're now tuned into the Next to Flex podcast. Streets talking about.
Yo. Welcome to the Next Flex podcast. This is B Zell. I got my co-host with me here.
Miss Treese, what's up, y'all?
All right, and we got our DJ.
Rocket.
Oh, now on the mix.
Yeah.
DJ
He got his own thing going here. You gonna hear him. You know what I mean? And then we got two guest hosts on the show tonight. You feel me?
That's right.
And they both been doing their things, and they've been doing it for a minute. So we gonna start from the person next to Treese and on down. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Marcus. I like bacon, long walks on the beach, and read and stuff. And I like black stuff. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, Marcus.
I'm from a podcast from WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Okay, what days?
Oh shit, it's every week. It's a bi-weekly podcast right now. So yeah, just doing it then. We're everywhere that you are. All you got to do, look it up. WRTR stands for Washington's Real Talk Radio.
WRTR.
Okay. Next.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Uncle Wink, also known as Wink from the Talk Your Shit podcast. Just here to enjoy some good fellowship with my fellow co-host today on the Next Flex podcast, man.
It's black.
Okay, now.
I love it. Gotta love it, man.
Okay.
Black is beautiful.
Isn't it?
Again, shout out to the tech team behind us. They make it work. They make us look good. I can't shout them out enough, man, for all the work they put in. We might be on the scene and you see us on the camera, but they put in a lot of work. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
I appreciate them. It's no us without them. You feel me? So we're gonna get into it. So Marcus, let me ask you a couple questions, man.
Oh hell.
Basically, what got you into doing radio shows and podcasts?
Okay, so I've told this story before, but I got into radio. I won a radio contest, and I used to work overnights, and I used to listen to a WPGC at night. Shout out to Poet. She used to be an overnight host on that show, and she would just be there every single night. And of course, you're there every night at work. You're just listening to the radio, listening to music. Well, it became a thing where she did this riddle of the night thing. So we would call in, my coworker and I, we would call in and guess the riddle all the time. It became so frequent. And of course, it was 2:00 in the morning, so nobody's up, but us and like a handful of people. So it became a thing of where we literally started talking. And then one day she sounded like horrible on air. I was like, yo, my job is right around the corner from the radio station. Would you like me to bring you something? She's like, you do that for me? I was like, sure. So I brought her some tea or whatever. She brought me up to the PGC studio, yada, yada, yada. We got to hanging out more often, and I learned a lot about radio. I learned a lot about podcasting, audio, visual, all that good stuff, and it's pretty much writes itself.
Okay.
And I started branching off and doing it myself.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So, shout out to CBS.
I know, CBS Radio. I'm telling you, and I still got employee perks. So
Okay.
from working. So.
Okay.
What do you like the most about radio?
I like engaging and talking to different types of people because you never know who you're going to meet. Sometimes you will talk to somebody that's just normal, and then other times you get to talk to somebody that everybody knows. So for me, it was a thing of being able to find a connection. Everybody has some part that you can connect to.
Right.
And I just find that fascinating, and it's a matter of meeting them, finding out what that connection is, and building from there.
Okay, well, tell us some of the things that you've done in radio, some of the people that interviewed, some of your best interviews. Well, maybe two of your best interviews.
Best? I would have to say some of my favorite interviews.
Okay, favorite, yeah.
You were one of my favorite interviews. I'll say that.
Okay.
Only because it got messy. But that was 2000. I want to say 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2014. I interviewed Bezel, and it was like a tell-all. So yeah, it was one of those things that people was about to, shoot up the house and stuff because Bezel said some not favorable things on the mic. So anyway, moving on. Trying to get my tires flattened.
Wow.
But I guess high-profile interviews. I would say my interview with Tank was very, very insightful. Only because he's a brother. Like, for background information, he and I worked at the same spot, like long before he was ever Tank. So getting to know him now as a person, well, I didn't know him then. Like, it was just one of those things where he was on his way out as I was on my way into the job. So getting to know him, getting to see where he grew up in Clinton. So it was a thing of where this was a person that was right here in hometown. And I'm just like, okay, dope. This is somebody I can meet. This is somebody I can connect with. And just to see where he went and how he got there, that was very influential. So, yeah, helped me a lot.
Cool.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing to do with him eating butt. But yes, or liking his butt ache, something like that.
I think he went to Crossline
Did he?
School. I think so.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna segue over to my boy Wink. Okay, Wink. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Wink. What got you in the podcast?
Man, what got me in the podcast? Then one of my real close friends, I call him my brother. He asked me if I wanted to come and just to see his first show. I was like, yeah, I come out and support. I came out and supported my brother Jo for his podcast when he initially kicked it off almost a year ago, and I went on about my way. I was coaching AAU basketball at the time for Team Takeover, and I stopped doing that. And he called me one day and was like, "Man, I need to ask you a huge favor." And I'm like, "What's up?" He was like, "Man, come join me as a co-host on my podcast." And I was like, "What I gotta do? Talk shit?" I was like, "Well, it is the name of it, talk your shit." So hey, that's right up my alley. So I was like, and I think it was a platform for me to express and show people who I really am and who I can really be, So I was just thankful for the opportunity once it was given, So I just, I took that baton and I ran with it. And we here now, so we got some stuff cooking up.
So who are the hosts of that show?
So the host of the Talk Your Shit podcast, excluding myself, is Jo. He's our head host. We have Miss Brickhouse, and we also have Miss Mara P. And then we have Seven as well. So we usually go up every other week. Ours is also bi-weekly. We trying to get in a little bit more work, but that's to come.
What's your topics or content?
So we literally any and everything that's current events,
Okay.
So it's a real current event show. Like we just had our most recent show. We brought up the greatest day in American history, the Alabama Brawl. We brought that up, and it was very fun to listen to. And the young lady that also got hit with the brick outside with the gentleman onlooker. So it was
Marcus with the shirt on. Okay.
oh, I ain't even peeped the shirt.
Marcus got the check.
Yeah, he got the chair shirt.
Does
on.
a chair have a name?
Yeah.
I haven't named it yet.
Oh, you have a name?
Chair.
Okay.
Bust a nigga head.
Yeah, you can catch me on the latest. You can catch me on the latest podcast with Talk Your Shit podcast. You can catch me on there from time to time. And yes, I was on that episode. Bezel the Truth, look me up. Yeah.
Yeah, and most importantly, be on the lookout for the Talk Your Shit podcast, because I'm actually the next show. I'm actually going to do a breakdown of the video. So
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
on the
Please
next
tune
show.
in.
Yeah.
please
Yes,
tune in.
commentary.
Blow by
It's gonna be
blow.
Blow by blow.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. I'll be there.
Professor Wink in action.
Okay. So we got a little bit about y'all. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into some of these topics today. And basically what we do is with our host, we have a little meeting and we talk about what we're gonna talk about.
That's
You know
cool.
what I mean? And basically, so they came up with some topics and we're gonna throw them at you. I think y'all got briefed on the topic. So let's get into it. You know,
Let's do it.
Right.
so okay, let's get into this about this Deion Sanders thing. They playing about another 15, 20 minutes. You see what I'm saying? He went from coaching a smaller college to Colorado. And a lot of people had an issue with him going to Colorado, but now he's in Colorado. And he won his first game. So what's your take on it?
First two.
First
Yeah, won
is it
his
the
first two.
First two
Yeah,
games.
we in week
First-
3 college
Yeah.
football
Oh,
now.
my bad. I'm sliding Deion. Shout out.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. So
Well, I guess I have questions.
Go ahead.
What's the big issue? What's the problem that
So-
everyone's having?
So the big issue is he formerly coached the HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
So he went from an HBCU to a Power 5 conference school. PWI,
Mm.
you know. But I think personally, I think the main issue with Coach Prime is the way that he's able to relate to these kids more so than these other head coaches.
Mm,
At the end of the
right.
day, that's what I
Right.
truly believe.
So is it a jealousy thing?
Right.
I believe it's a jealousy thing,
Okay.
you know, because you like the Colorado State's coach earlier this week said that he takes his glasses off and he takes his hat off when he talks to adults.
He was talking about himself.
That's what he said.
Prime with shade.
Oh,
But
okay.
you know, because Coach Prime,
Right.
you know, he ain't wearing no polo shirt. He wearing a hoodie just like his guys. He
Mm-hmm.
gonna wear his little 2-3 change. Gonna have his glasses on. Gonna have his hat on, and he ain't taking it off for nobody.
Right.
I'm gonna be real with you. Prime ain't do it. I don't think he took it off for his mama. So what make you think that you better than his mama?
But this is my take on it, right? Okay, so what they was trying to say, a lot of kids they come into a college at the HBCU, they were coming to the college to play for Deion. So some
Okay.
of them committed to play and wanted to play with him and for him, and then all of a sudden he switched out. You see what I'm saying? And he decided to go elsewhere. Now you can look at it like say you want to go play for Coach Prime instead of you turn down a scholarship at Miami or simply because you want to go play with Coach Prime.
Right.
And you want to go play with an HBCU.
So
And-
now the thought process is that they're going to pull black students to PWIs.
Oh yeah, so this is what happened.
Okay.
So his son was playing there as well,
Mhm.
playing at the college, a couple players. So he went over there. He came on over to Colorado.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Now you have to think about that. I looked at the whole situation. If you have a job
Mm-hmm.
and you have opportunities, and you have an opportunity to go to another job where you can get more money, or you can get more exposure, whatever. It's your business of why you want to take that other job. You don't owe that to anyone. You don't owe no explanation to anyone if you want to,
Right.
you know. So he did go over to Colorado.
Okay.
Right? Now he's going to a bigger school. Now, the knock on it, he did that with the HBCU school.
Mhm.
You know, he won a couple games, but they had him.
Couple.
If you look at the poll, you look at the polls, they thought that he was going to lose both his games. Come on, playing Nebraska. He was playing Nebraska. He's definitely going to take that L in Nebraska. Well, he did. You see what I'm saying? And like he said, we're not coming.
Okay.
We here.
We here.
We
Right.
here. You know what I mean? And he said it's 85% of black people, black
Mhm.
males in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the team is 85%, you know, and we talking the way we talking, we walking away, and they don't like to see that. They don't like to see it. So now he at the school, and what it is, it's kind of it's race as well, but it's also is that you this new coach. You was a player. I mean, you wasn't really a coach. You was a player,
Right.
and you did this. You know, it's a good boy club, and now you get into this. You get into another arena. You did it over here with the HBCU, and now you come in here, and you coming into this club, the good old boy club. You coming in this club as a coach, and you walking that walk. And I think they got an issue with him walking that walk and talking the talk and walking the walk.
That's more so the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more so the issue of him speaking his mind. And when he speaks his mind, he speaks in full confidence.
Mhm.
And society doesn't like that in my perspective, they don't like that from